For my top 5 solo queue champions right now, one of them would have to be Kog'Maw. They aren't in any specific order, but one of them is definitely Kog'Maw. It's just a champion where you don't have to make any plays early game, and I find myself often getting ganked a lot, trying to make aggressive plays early game in solo queue, but Kog'Maw is a champion that can just sit back and farm, and often in solo queue, your laning is very forgivable, or people don't abuse you as hard as they could on a champion like Kog'Maw, and you just get a lot of farm and you get to scale for free. And the strategy around Kog'Maw is very simple. You just tell your team as soon as you hit around level 11 and Luden's Echo, you just say, alright team, come group mid right now, and then we can do things as a team. That's why I think Kog'Maw is a very successful champion, because you get through the early game and this overall strategy is very simple. It's just grouping up mid 5 men. Another champion I have a lot of success with in solo queue is Cho'Gath. He's just kind of an assassin champion that has a lot of pick potential, and people are often getting caught out by something like a Cho'Gath Q, and people in ranked aren't as good as dodging the Q as people in competitive play, so his burst damage can just be really unexpected, and once he gets ahead, he's just a force to be reckoned with. So he's a very niche kind of champion, and a lot of people don't know how to play against him, so he's a really good pickup. Another good champion is LeBlanc, because obviously she's a very good bursty assassin. She has a lot of mobility. She's good at setting up ganks, escaping ganks. She just has a really good kit overall for solo queue, and she does pretty much everything you need. Again, she's very hard to play, but once you get the hang of playing LeBlanc, she can net you a lot of wins in solo queue. Champion like Urgot is very good in solo queue for a lot of the same reasons as Kog'Maw. He is a very safe pick, and he can choose between playing very aggressive in the lane and scaling into later in the game. A lot of people don't abuse Urgot's immobility in lane, so people don't usually get as many ganks off on Urgot, and he gets a very free laning phase and sometimes can even play very aggressive early game. And if you're just playing Urgot exclusively for solo queue, you can go Ignite and you can just look for a lot of kills, and Urgot is just a champion that snowballs out of control when he's ahead, and he becomes unkillable. The last champion I would say is Kassadin. Just like Kog'Maw and to some degree Urgot, his early game, people don't really abuse him as hard as they should, and you get your items very, very easily. Kassadin does have a pretty good laning phase, and just with a kill or two can get out of control, getting an early rot of phages, maybe getting a roam off, but Kassadin has historically just been a champion that's really good in solo queue because he's hard to keep track of and he's hard to control.